Morning, my friends, and welcome to another exciting episode of Shaving with Rich. Today's shave is brought to you by Saponoficio Versino's Opuntia. I have the matching aftershave, and continuing with the one blade, 1 month thing with the what is this thing? Game Changer and a silver blue, Gillette silver blue. Our brush today is a Sterling boar. I've got it preloaded. I'm going to try once again. I haven't used this scuttle for a while, and it's kind of raw outside today. It just looks yucky out there. So I'm going to try doing warm lather again today. Although I don't know how warm it's going to end up if I use the Josh method with the squirt bottle. I imagine it'll stay warm because the scuttle's warm, and once all that hits the warm scuttle, it should heat everything up. I'm still a little bit curious why I'm having so much trouble with that other boar brush, which is why I brought this one out to see if it is having trouble too. I reckon I probably should have used the my Captain's Choice bowl if I was going to see if I have trouble, but well, you know, you got to change several parts of your experiment so that you're never really find out what the cause of your problem is. That's just good science. So far everything looks okay, although at this point it's still just foam. It's not lather yet. The real open bubbles. Variables, that's the word I was trying to say. Change about 3 variables in your experiment so that you can nail down what's not happening. These Crown King scuttles are pretty good. I kind of wished it was a little bit bigger as far as the bowl part. Give you a little bit more to work with because it's real rounded at the bottom, which makes it real nice and easy to squirt and splash lather all over the place. This is working out pretty good. The blue water that I had in there was almost enough for the soap to do its stuff. Although this is still looking awfully airy to me. Maybe I'll give it another squirt and just kind of stir it instead of whip it. Let's see what that does for us. This is the same kind of foam that I get when I'm using brush cleaner. Although the brush cleaner just looks like when you put too much soap detergent in the sink or dish detergent, and then try to put water on it, and it just makes a big tower of foam. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks okay. Doesn't have much of a sheen today, though. And I don't know if I can attribute it to the brush or my confidence is blown with boar brushes. Good thing is I don't have a whole lot of them, so these won't confuse me a whole lot. But I do like to master my brushes once I have them. Little bit tongue-tied this morning because I took my medicine late, so I'm gonna hitting on about 7 cylinders as far as my brain goes. But we'll get there. I like this soap. It's got a really wonderful smell to it. And it does make a nice lather. I was enjoying Nurse Dave's El Cheapo brush yesterday. Got to thinking about cheap brushes that I've got. I've got one almost as cheap as he's got. I don't know what I did with it though. Oh, here it is. I got this at Sally. I think it was $1. I'm not sure. It was in the little basket next to the checkout, and it's also real stiff. You might even be able to hear it as you flick your fingers through it. I guess it'd be good for if I'm working on spackling on the ceiling. I could make little swirls in it or something. It'd be good for that. I've used it to lather with, but I wouldn't even use it as a travel brush. It'd be interesting as a stunt shaver, do it yourself, to use a paintbrush as a stunt. I may yet do that at some point and just leave that open. Blade is still doing its job. This is the 9th use. It's not tugging real bad yet, so I don't have any excuse to ditch it yet. And despite the low structure lather, I guess we'd call it, that's using a Josh term, it's still, this soap is still doing okay as far as its slickness. But because it's got a lot of air in it, it also dries almost instantly as soon as you scrape it off. So it probably could do with more water, because it does get slick once I add water back on when I'm rinsing off. Just for giggles, I'm gonna give it another squirt. This spritzer's got a really long throw, so it throws a lot of water per pump. But like I said, I'm using hot water. I've got a different scuttle and a different brush. So I won't be able to tell you whether it's the soap or what. This is real airy though. Under normal circumstances, I would go back and build the lather again, but I'm already committed, having done the first pass. I'm gonna go ahead and finish, and maybe I'll do a second lather after I'm done here in cold water in the other dish, and see what if it's just from the changing too many things at once, and seeing what actually is giving me this airy lather. Getting no mail today, so my 0.68 plate for this game changer isn't coming in. but it's at the post office. Don't really think it's one that I'd use a lot, but it's nice to have, just to have both of the plates for someday when I'm not around anymore and maybe the boy decides he wants to wet shave. He's trying to grow a mustache. It's kind of cute. About 19 hairs. There's that super young man beard going. Where he has to shave because he's got whiskers that look unsightly, and enough of them. But they haven't all coalesced into a beard or mustache or anything in particular. Well, it's kind of like me, even though I'm 58, but I can't grow a beard. I look kind of like Charlie Manson, just all patchy. Yeah, this would be on sale. I'm not at all happy with this lather. But this is good soap, so there's no excuse. I may have just lost my mojo with boar. Maybe I'll do 2 lathers. I'll do one with boar and then with synthetic, perhaps. And I've been pretty successful with synthetics. We'll see how this goes. Doing an awful lot of shaves in a row with this particular razor. I'm about ready to change it up, although I agree with KJ that if you use the same razor, especially when it clamps the blade down as solidly as this one, you're really gonna test the metal of the blade as far as seeing how long the blade lasts. You got the blade is being held very securely in this 3-piece contraption. I'm BBS pretty much everywhere except right here in the hollows, and that may just be skin. I might get to the point where I'm working at this and just peel a big fillet off myself, so I'll be a little bit more ginger. Yeah, we got a pretty good shape out of this. After our passes in a cleanup, I'm gonna clean up and I'll be right back. We're back. And while you guys were waiting on me, I went back and did another bowl of lather with the same brush, just using cold water, and went back to the Captain's Choice bowl, and I got a nice dense yogurty thick lather. So I'm wondering if hot water is a problem with that soap, or I'm still trying to figure it out, because I was using the Super Lather water with glycerin in the spritzer bottle. So really the only, well, I changed two variables again, cold water and the a different bowl. So I still don't know for sure what my problem is, but maybe I'm gonna have to, for good 200 or 300 shaves, my first part of my whole shaving experience. Sorry, my iPad rang. My whole experience has been with that scuttle there and hot water. I'd never had lathering trouble before. It's all just been fairly recently. Now I've noticed a difference in the water at the house. It's gotten real hard here lately. I'll call the water department and see if they're doing anything different with our water tower. But I don't know. It's a mystery to me, because this is wonderful. Now that I got it, I'm just having a good time playing with it. So just to recap, I did get a great shave, even with the not real great lather. But today was Opuntia with the aftershave, the Game Changer 8.4 with the Gillette Silver Blue on its 9th shave. We did follow everything up with we were using the Sterling boar brush, and I used Thayer's medicated, I don't know if it's all medicated or not, but the aloe vera. This is the only one I could find locally, and used the Opuntia aftershave. Had a great shave, and thanks for you guys coming to visit with me. It's always fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.